Now, Pilipinas. So, finally, nandito ako sa Belgium kasama si aka Distressed Mother, Sheena Makapinig. Ayan, finally na-meet na po natin siya. At makakapanayam natin siya ngayon at siya na magkakwento sa panggigipit ng Marcos government at syempre ni Liza at ang kanyang ex-partner. Hi Sheena, so thank you at napaunlakan mo ko at finally nag-meet na tayo. Grabe, you know what, talagang from whistleblower na concern sa iyong case o sa nangyari sa'yo. And now we're here, we're together. So, kumusta ka naman dito sa Belgium?
Oh, it's been a very long journey, challenging journey for me. Being here in Belgium is a miracle. For me, this is my second life and my children's life. Um, we are protected here in Belgium. We are quite okay, very well, and we are integrating. My children have integrated as well to the school.
Mhm.
Teka, kailangan ko magsalita ng Tagalog.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, kasi dito sa Belgium, lahat ng mga tao, I mean, majority, lalo na sa Flemish area, the Dutch speaking, they all speak English and we communicate in English. But nag-aaral din ako ng Dutch. Mga anak ko, they speak very good in Dutch na, no? Which I'm very happy. It distracts them through their education.
So, Sheena, today, gusto ko ikaw yung magkwento sa ating mga kababayan kung ano yung nangyari sa'yo. Dahil may mga pinakita ko, mga videos kung paano kayo gipitin ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas doon sa Turkey through that fabricated documents or crime. Tama ba? So, pwede mong ikwento sa ating mga kababayan, paano ba talaga nagsimula itong ginawa sa'yo ni Francis Chua, ang iyong former partner, at involved ang gobyerno, lalo na si Lisa Marcos at ang Marcos administration?
Alam nyo, pardon me pag may ilang moments na medyo iyak pa din ako hanggang ngayon. Kasi, of course, no, gusto natin mag-move on, no? Mag-move forward, mag-build ng new life again. Pero minsan you are confronted of, naaalala mo uli yung pangyayari. I think sa panahon ngayon, I'm emotionally ready na. Psychologically ready na din. Patuloy pa din ang ating laban, no? So, paano ba nagsimula ang lahat ng ito?
Yeah.
Yung ex-partner ko na si Francis Lloyd T. Chua, we've been together since 2009. Like any other relationship, may mga problema din sa relasyon. That's very private. Normally, we are very private persons, you know. Lagi ako logical and rational when it comes to, lalo na because I'm a mother of 4 children. Pero hindi kami kasal ni Francis legally, okay? But we work together in one company. I work for him sa construction. I help him because I'm an auditor and syempre
Sa company ni Francis
yes,
Lloyd
yeah.
Chua. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, anyway, ako personally, kaya ko naman i-set aside yung private issues namin ni Francis. Magampanan ko lang yung aking role as a mother, bilang ina sa aking mga anak. Siyempre, as you can see, malaking kumpanya ang kay Francis. Malaki din at malawak din ang kanyang impluwensya sa sistema natin sa Pilipinas. Ayokong galawin yan. Quiet lang talaga ako because I don't want to endanger my life at yung mga anak ko. Pero winawarn ko na yan si Francis dati-rati pa na i-stop na namin itong gantong business. No?
When you say sa stop na namin yung ganitong business. Ano bang business yon? Bakit kailangan i-stop if this is a legitimate business?
Well, sa sistema natin sa Pilipinas, may mga bribery talaga. Okay. Kahit para sa akin, kahit sino man nga ang maupo, kahit matino nga ang maupo, galing from the driver and security guard, talagang talamak yung ating bribery. Ganun ang sistema sa atin. I always say that sistema. And tsaka, it's tayo ordinary citizen, no? Bilang Pilipino, honestly, wala tayong magawa. Okay? No, kundi patuloy ang ating faith. Sana naman, no, na magkaroon tayo ng napaka strong
economy.
Economy at leader. Sa totoo lang, if I have to be honest, at saka alam din ni Francis yan dati, during Duterte time, marami talagang takot, lalo na yung gumagawa ng mali. Yes.
So, ibig ko bang sabihin, so yung business ni Francis, na kapart ka before, involved sa bribery, pag-bribe sa mga government officials and contractors, something like that?
Yes. Well, as I'm working to his company, nakikita namin ang sistema. Wala kaming choice, or si Francis, kundi gampanan ang sistema. Otherwise, hindi kami maka-receive ng projects, no? Or hindi siya makipag-deal. Ganun ang laro sa sistema. You really have to pay, or meron talagang mga certain commissions from any level of in the politics, in fact. Yes. So, for me, as ordinary citizen, natatakot ako. Okay? Natatakot ako kasi, ano ba ang laban ko? Hindi kaya ako tulad sa kanila. Bisaya ko, no? I try to speak Tagalog, no?
Yeah, I can speak Bisaya. It's okay.
Oo. Kanang, hadlok kaayo jud ko tanan. Giingnan na ako siya. Pero ingon siya na ako, we will stop na daw 2017.
Yung illegal business?
Sa construction. Kasi heavily dealing with the government projects. So, okay. But I told him, no, katong nagbulag na may, I remember 2016, I went to psychologist kay kanam. Gikulata man ko anak niya 2016. That was sinulog in January. Kanang kuan na si Francis, grabe ka siloso na siya kanang bisag unsa na lang, like ako man gani na siyang gider nga ako pa nimo mag-hide kag somebody nga mag-follow jud na ako bisag asa kay ang answer pikat lang jud, no? Kaya wala jud kayo makuha sa ako. Okay, So anyway, so nahitabo ng 2016 panggigipit ni Francis sa ako, and my children was only 2, 3, 4 and 6 years old at that time. And then gamay pa kayo akong anak ato 2 years old pa jud. So I have to prioritize my children. And pero we try na ko work out ang among relasyon for 1 year, right? Kani private na niya.
Yeah,
1 year, 2016. But after the 1 year of therapy, na-realize na ako nga dili ko responsible to change him. And na-realize na ako na nga ang true love jud ay nako akong mga anak. And sa kang Francis, di jud na nako siya ma-change. Wala niya gitupad ang iyang promise nga 2017 i-stop na namo ang business. Oo. So kanang kay hadlok baya ko kay yes, dagan na ba kay balita,
Yeah.
We are not legally married normally, di ko mahadlok, no, but still kay aga-work ko sa iyang company, no. And then I told him nga magbuwag na mi 2017 because okay, this is very private already. Nga kanang it's not right, it's not fair nga kanang dili na nako siya love.
Okay.
And then mag-continue gyapon namang relationship. But he said to me, no, your love will come back. Nahadlok na sad ko. Nahadlok na sad ko kay basig makulatahan na sad ko, magsige ko og refuse.
Yeah.
So magsige ko pray, mag-hope nga may tag makakita na siya laing babae, oy nga ma-in love siya sa laing babae. And in fact, niabot pa gani ang point nga nitabang na gani ko og pangita og candidate for him. Oo, para maka-move on gani siya. Pero okay, we are adults. This is our decision. Being as a parent is another dimension of our role in our life as a parent and as a partner, intimate partner, no? And even as a business person, you are also different. You play a certain role. Yes, yeah, as a businesswoman, as a mother, as an intimate partner, and even as a child. Okay, but why? Ngano jung nahitabo man ni in 2022. At the beginning wala jud ko ka-gets nganong iya guning gibuhat tanan. And di jud ko ka-gets just for the sake of the kids nga iya ning buhaton. I'm not convinced to that. One, dili gud siya close sa akong mga anak or sa among anak. Kay wala man siya time sa mga bata. No, busy man kaayo siya sa business. Mo man na iyang priority. Which makasabot ko sa iya ha. Pero may lang na-delegate sa yaya. Me at the same time, ka-work ko sa iyang company, ga-build sad po ko og laing company, no? Na on the side para if mohunong na ang construction company, we continue on a private business nga wala na gani involved in the government.
Yeah.
Yes. Kaya mas para na peace of mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not hypocrites. I am aware, and then I mean, this exists. This kind of system exists in this world. Pero kay tungod kay ordinary citizen man ta, we silent ourselves. Yes. Karon, kung gigipit na ko nila in 2022, it was for me it was destined nga mabaw-an nako ang truth nga ilang gibalak buhaton nako.
No 2022.
Oo. We were already in Istanbul. Okay. How we got to Istanbul.
Yeah, that's
yes?
my point. Yeah.
How we got to Istanbul. Well, at the beginning, towards the end of 2019 and early 2020, before COVID, Francis has been telling me nga, well, I know already nga na siya death threats because he has to hire bodyguards and has to have to ride on a bulletproof cars. Yes. Okay. Ingon sila, anak pa sila nga kanang normal man na sa businessman. I was like, naamang gani uban nga senator diha nga in fact sila pa ang I think in danger ang life, no? Wala man gani na siya bodyguard o di man gani siya mag-ride og bulletproof car. Believe ka ayo ko. Yeah. And then kanang suddenly ingon siya, Shina, we need to have another passport.
Sabi niya.
Oo, magkuha daw mig another citizenship and passport, it's a golden visa. We spoke already with di lang nako i-mention ang company in this live kung kinsa nga company nga among gika-istorya to help us for the golden visa.
Yeah.
So we but in my book I will mention it. Yeah. So we explore Australia, explore Canada, but it takes 5 years before we will get our passport. So that's not an option. We also explore Portugal the same. It's 5 years. We explore Spain. It's 2 years. Kasi Philippines, there's an agreement between ang countries that are being colonized by Spanish. Like after a year, you can already apply for citizenship. Yes.
My question is, bakit kukuha kayo ng ibang citizenship? For what reason?
To escape.
Escape?
Yeah.
Kasama siya?
Yes.
Escape,
normally.
Or escape from the Philippines. Death threats.
Yeah.
So kasi marami siyang death threats.
Yes, marami siyang death threats gyud. Even ako maka-receive man gani ko minsan. Pero kanaang but towards the end of 2019 saka pa na siya nagtug-an nako nga na then ako worse. So and we explored Cyprus.
Yeah.
Cyprus normally would be the perfect choice because 6 months lang, you become a citizen, you have your passport already. But it's
Okay.
a huge amount of money. It's 1.5 million euros for an investment as family package. Ha?
Mhm.
Ang problema, kay dili siya appeal because we are not married. Only me and my 4
Mga bata
kids.
lang, yeah. Yeah.
So ginapush na sa na niya, Shina, nganong di na lang man ta magminyo for the sake of the kids.
Okay.
And I said to him, no. For me, kanang wala ko nagminyo because I wanted to marry nga to the man that I love, I truly love. Because this is also a reflection I'd like to show to my kids. No, I call a man as my husband, or my children would respect that too. You know,
Yeah.
but not necessarily it's Francis.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, it will be very painful or hurtful for you, Francis, that I came now to public, and then when I came out to the media now. I'm so sorry. I wish we could have had this civil conversation before, but I tried. I did warn you in 2022 kung giipit ko ninyo maayo in Istanbul. And I really thought there in Istanbul mamatay na ko. Okay, but okay. Anyhow, so ingon siya nako, iya kong gi-threatened because my firstborn child is not his child.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, but ingon siya kanako, nganong dili nimo tawagan ang papa sa imuhang first
First
child?
child.
And ko, what? I was like, why? Because, tanang tao, including nang mga nag-death threat sa iya, thought that is his firstborn child. So, ako naman, how cruel could, my God, my son, okay, my son will not be fully protected kay dili man niyang anak, no? And in the Chinese family, when you have an enemy, the first child, the firstborn child is very crucial. Yeah. They will have it killed or threatened to kill because in the Chinese community, the first child is important.
Yeah.
Yes, the firstborn child, especially a son. Yeah.
So bakit gusto niyang i-kontakin yung father niya?
It was just out kanang kuan, di-threaten ko niya, para i-prove sa ako ba nga di ko worried for his 3 children because the people thought that the my firstborn child is his.
Yeah.
But in fact, it's not. It's no longer a secret also to my children. I told them about this too. But okay, nganong sa Istanbul, nganong nahitabo na, nganong naadto mi sa Istanbul. Because of that, naningkamot ko, makakonect ko og projects in my field, no? O contract with a doctor, no? It's a Swiss doctor, no? Nga, hoping I could get a residency because I do not have 1.5 million to invest for us to get the passports. And he is delaying it in a way kay gusto siya nga magminyo mi para one package lang mi. Okay? But okay. Fast forward, finally, naabot mi sa Istanbul. It was not yet a plan for me to escape, no?
Okay.
I'm not ready, really. Did you go ready?
Pumunta ka sa Istanbul for what?
Normally, I have a meeting there. Yes,
Business meeting.
yeah, a business meeting. But because due to COVID, yeah, but we have to stay there. The classes back then were still online. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not in a campus. So for me, it's practical that I would enroll them in a Turkish private school. And I told him also, and I think this is a nice baby step, for us to get the a legal residency, to keep safe my children. Okay, you don't want to invest anymore for the golden visa because we have also a crisis financially at that time already. Kay COVID pa yan, no? There's no enough money for funds. Okay, so I'm being creative. Okay, then magkipag-contract ko as advisory board advisory here abroad in Dubai. Yeah. Karon at that time in Dubai normally, no, pero kay naipit naman ko sa Turkey, I could not do that anymore.
Okay, translate ko na lang palangga. Sorry kasi dahil nga I'm not feeling well during that time, hindi ko na i-suggest kay Sheena na magtagalog siya. Preview po yan, pero sige, try kong sa inyo i-translate yung mga ibang in Bisaya?
So we fast forward, we got our residency. At the beginning, I was scammed. Yes, gi-issuean ko og fake residency, but we were not able to use it because I found out
It's fake.
quick. Yes. So then I do it all the process from zero. I even include my son. Please write down first step. What's the first step? What are the requirements for applying for a residency? It's not easy. It's not easy. We got our residency after 6 months na. Yes,
Okay.
pero nag-apply ni. Okay. But
Yeah.
then,
The reason why gusto mo kumuha ng residency sa Turkey, kasi ayaw mo nang bumalik sa Pilipinas, tama?
yes, githreaten naman ko niya.
Okay. So, gusto ko lang to explain. So, nag-apply siya ng residency sa Turkey. Then, yung unang attempt, may lumoko na sa kanya, which is naikwento ko na dahil kaya siya umalis sa bansa dahil nga dun sa mga death threats sa kanyang pamilya, yung kanyang mga anak. Dahil nga si Francis Lloyd T. Chua, according to Sheena, ang kanyang negosyo na involved sa government transactions ay mayroong mga bribery, meaning illegal. Okay, yun yung content kanina na kinukwento niya na nangako yung kanyang ex-partner na hanggang 2017 na lang na hindi na sila papasok sa ganong illegal business. Kung matatandaan nyo kanina, then hindi pa rin ginawa ni Francis ang pagbagong buhay. Parang ganon. So dahil siya ay worried, ito'y kwento to na rin sa akin ni Sheena, no? Dahil worried siya sa kanyang mga anak na lumalaki at di bodyguard, naka-bulletproof, wala silang peace of mind sa Pilipinas kasi para silang mga kriminal na hinahunting ng mga kalaban ni kanyang ex-partner dahil sa mga illegal activities. Later on, dun sa mga susunod na sasabihin niya, syempre babanggitin niya yung gobyerno ni Marcos Jr. But ganun pa man, I'm sorry kung Bisaya, English, kasi nahirapan talaga siya mag-Tagalog. Pero Google na, mag-subtitle na lang kayo. Pero naintindihan nyo naman kasi mix eh. So para tuloy-tuloy yung video. Okay, pero huwag kayong mag-alala. Magla-live interview kami at I will try my best na mag-Tagalog siya para mas naintindihan natin. Okay? Go na tayo.
Tinraten ka niya.
Did you
Francis,
know? Did you know that I could deport you?
Sabi niya.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was November 2021 when he visited us. No, because
Dahil ayaw mo na siya makasama, tama?
yes, that's one. But number one is our safety.
Your safety.
Yeah,
Dahil
my kids.
maraming death threats.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
from
the main.
the people na
Yeah.
ka-business dealing niya or
Yeah,
illegal
yes.
business dealing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was not really transparent to me of all these things. What I know is the construction, yes, and the logistics, etc. But but anyway, later on in my book, I will I will mention it thoroughly later. But in Istanbul, when he threatened me that he could deport me, I was like, wow. I said to him like, wow. Don't tell me that you managed to deal with some local
In
people
Istanbul?
here in Istanbul, because how come I know him very good.
Uh-huh.
He always say that when money talk, everybody listen.
Yeah.
And
So, okay.
yeah, so now here comes February
Of 2022.
2022.
Okay.
February 2022, I discovered that he's been following us because we celebrated Chinese New Year in Dubai with my kids, all four of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And at that time also, when we celebrated Chinese New Year, we didn't have the physical resident card already, but we have our visas, because if you have an American visa, you can easily get an online visa of Turkey. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we get back from Dubai, and we saw, I could mention now the iPad. As parents, Francis and I, if we have old iPads or old gadgets, we give that to our kids. But on his side, he forgot to sign out his Apple ID. all the while, since COVID time, no,
Mhm.
ng online classes nila, my son has been using that iPad for the classes. I can imagine, I don't know why the nannies have not seen that content of the iPad. Me too, I don't know because they've been playing of the
Feb
iPad.
2022. Okay.
Yeah. Feb 2022, that's how I discovered their plans.
Their plans.
Yeah.
Sino yung their?
Si Francis, involving other, how do I say, no, because they are not really politicians, but they are, that has great influence in our system.
Mhm.
At that time, it was during campaign.
Campaign
Yeah,
period.
campaign period.
2022 national
Yeah.
election. Okay.
And then when I discovered that, I warned Francis, like, there
When you
is,
say you discovered what? Discovered messages?
yes, messages,
Kani-kanino mga
videos.
mensahe? Kasi pinakita ko yung message ni Lisa Marcos. May nag-forward sa akin nun eh. And also, text messages. Video text messages. So, you are confirming now na yung mga ipinakita kong video and messages na si Lisa Marcos ay part ng evil plan ni Francis Lloyd T. Chua against you
Yeah.
at yung mga fabricated cases sa Pilipinas, right?
Yes. The thing is, it was so sad for me to discover the video
Mhm.
because she's also a mother. She's also a woman. I don't know what Francis, what have his, okay, I can imagine Francis has a great influence over her because they have projects together. They have some dealings together. But the thing is, I'm a mother too, and I'm a woman. This is,
Okay, i-hold lang natin yung video, yung iPad na sinasabi niya. Kung natatandaan ninyo, yung video ni Lisa Tanas noong 2023 na sinasabi niyang hindi daw siya nakikialam sa mga pagpoposisyon sa mga generals o sa AFP. Naalala niyo yon? At ito yung pinarinig ko sa inyong audio lang ito para lang ma-recall nyo yung message ni Bianca Zobel, yung kanyang social secretary. Ito yun eh. Pakinggan nyo muna to.
Liz, hi. Sorry to bother you, but I just got a call from Thor, and they're a bit concerned because they've gotten an order daw that the chief of ISAP is supposed to be changed by Tuesday, and there are people that are out to do some extraction.
Okay. There are people, sabi niya, already out to do some extraction, meaning kidnapping. Kasi pinahold muna, tignan mo, in the first place, itong si Zobel, yung kanyang social secretary, tsaka si Lisa Tanas, kung titignan nyo, anong kinalaman niya dito? Kung anong authority niya to do the extraction? Tuloy nyo.
If it's possible to just keep the ISAP as is daw para hindi magulo yung extraction kasi 2 weeks pa yata or something like that.
Okay. Kaya sinasabi yan, mga kababayan, kasama yan sa exhibit ko sa mga kaso ni Lisa Tanas. Pinresent ko to lahat, itong kaso ni Sheena. Kasi yung isang general doon, hindi pumayag sa illegal na pagdukot sa mga anak niya. Yan ang tema niyan. Pero pakinggan pa natin.
Like that. Or please call Thor. I might be saying the wrong things, but Thor needs some needs help from you. Thank you. Liz, hi. Sorry to...
Okay, tuloy natin.
the system, the system has to, analyze this,
Yeah.
not just from one side. The thing is, she has a great influence that people working in the government would believe her. Yeah, and this has been used against me. So that means my voice won't be valid anymore because there is a powerful person who has been saying this, sorry,
It's okay
English
lang.
ka.
Si-
Yeah, I could, yeah.
So
Anyway.
even before ba si Francis at saka si Lisa Marcos ay magkakilala na, may business dealing even before mangyari sa iyo to.
Mga projects, yes.
Mga projects.
Yeah.
So,
Mga
alam mo.
favor.
So alam mo na even prior to 2022, magkakilala na si Lisa at saka si Francis.
Yeah. Oo. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mga contractors, kabalo ang mga contractors, they know this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ano yung, just for the sake of our audience, although sinabi ko na to sa kanila, ano yung mga text messages na involved si Lisa Marcos at iba pa, kung maalala mo, kung ma-share mo?
The text messages, it's so, although it's no longer, I have shared this with confidence to the protection department. There is Belgium, because it's my only life insurance, it's my only leverage to survive. But what I can tell is katong video, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So video was, I have to confirm that the video is true. Indeed, it's from the iPad of Francis, sa yung Apple ID account, wherein mga bata gagamit.
Okay. Mga palangga, yung sinasabi niyang video, yung message ni Liza sa asawa ni Teddy Boy Locsin Jr. na si Marie Louise Barcelon. Actually, andito yan sa ating Facebook, sa ating TikTok, pero i-share ko na lang ulit sa Boljaka na sa TikTok. Marami naman sa iyo nakarinig. Kasi yung na-prepare ko lang dito sa ating StreamYard. Tingnan ko lang kung merong extraction ha. Please, okay. Ang na-prepare ko lang kasi audio. Pero itong kasi yung unang nag-send sa akin na whistle na informante, that I don't know that person, audio lang yung nakuha niya. Pero ngayon, may video yon na ipakita ko na millions of viewers na yon. So ito yung sinasabi niyang video, ito yung pakikipag-usap ni Lisa Tanas sa asawa ni dating DFA Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin Jr. Here we go.
Hi, Louie. How are you? I'm here in Bacolod, campaigning for my hubby, look, with Marie Chris and a bunch of gay people. But anyway, the reason why I called you is I have a favor to ask you. We gave all the documents not to Mila, but syempre iba pag tumawag ka. A good friend of ours, Francis Chua, basically has a problem in Istanbul, in Turkey, so he went to court. The judge issued an order in his favor. So now
Yung mga ano na yon, yung mga sinasabi niyang documents o yung kaso nito, fabricated lahat ni Lisa Tanas at saka ng ex-partner niya.
Just having everything authenticated so that it can be served in the embassy in Istanbul.
It can be served. Serve yung pag-kidnap sa kanila. Actually, 3 bata dapat yun eh. Pero intervene pa natin siya live. Ayaw lang sumama ng isang bata. Okay, tuloy muna natin.
Right? So, Mila has all the documents. I won't bore you with the details, but if you could call Mila and just give it a little push. Everything's above board, don't worry. I'm very good at that. But, yeah, that's it. So, I hope to see you soon. Hi!
Okay, di ba? So, nakita niya yon. So, sino po ang fake news dito? Ito may confirmation na ngayon. Lumabas na si Distressed Mother. I think, dati ayaw pa niya lumabas na natatakot siya sa buhay niya dahil may nanghahantig din sa kanya. Ngayon, yun nga, February 14 po itong interview na to. So, hindi po, preview po ito. Tuloy na natin.
Video papunta sa wife ni Teddy Boy Locsin.
Yeah,
Junior
Louie,
DFA.
I have to, ginahanap ako mag-research. I-research kisa ni si Louie because I don't know her. I personally don't know her too. And I can imagine Francis, dili isa na close ni Francis sila. No, but only si Lisa close man ni Francis. So, isugo niya si Lisa to do all these things, to expedite these things, whatever. And then I
To
figured,
extract you guys.
Yeah. And I did not know that she's a lawyer also, Nya, katong gi-research na ako siya. Dili man ko into politics, dili ko. So, mag-research kung unsay mga background ani nila, etc. So gi-research na ko siya, oy nada siya law firm, and indeed ang law firm niya is involved in this transactions, and sila po ang iyang law firm ay nagsigig contact sa DFA, yeah, sa
Si Lisa
Foreign
Marcos.
Affairs. So iyang law firm katong
Most-
yeah,
M and Associates, I think.
yeah, M and
Yes.
Associates.
Yeah,
Yeah, M
yeah.
and Associates. Yeah, when I look it up, sabi ko, uy, si Lisa, iya dahil ng law firm, pero ang iyang mga tao, syempre na nga siya mga staff, no? Mag-send og messages ani. So,
Yeah.
ako muna, I thought si M and Associates, mo na yung law firm ni Francis, pero dili di ay, si Libarius di ay. But okay. Di-contact niya si Teddy Boy.
Teddy Boy
Si
Locsin.
Louie, sugoon.
Yung wife.
Oo. Pero wala siya ni contact directly kay Teddy Boy kasi si Louie nasa di ay influence sa
Yung asawa.
oo, sa yang asawa. But okay, which is normal pero job man unta na no. But okay. Anyhow, so ako when I discovered na nangurog gyud ko, oy kay hadlok jud ko, heavily intimidated gyud ko kay wala ba ako connection sa government. I can only hope nga tabangan ko nila as the ordinary Philippine citizen. So muna ni reach out po ko sa embassy. Nag-issue sa pug ko o kanang sa ni oy nga please protect me, please nag-write ko og email. Nag-write ko email ni Teddy Boy Locsin.
Okay.
Nag-write ko og email gisisi nako ang embassy consulate sa Istanbul.
Aha.
And wala man sila reply nako, gipadapa jud nako sa DHL to ensure nga madawat niya, okay, ang letter. So na-receive man proof, okay, attach nako sa akong mga documents. Pero wala gud sila reaction, no? Wala ni reply si Teddy Boy nako because I mentioned the name of Lisa, okay? Ang content sa email. Kato imo naman tong nakakita ko. You-mention ako ang pangalan ni Lisa kay I'm hoping nga ang atong Foreign Affairs, atong agency will protect us.
Yeah.
Ang akong giingon ba nga kanang tabangan ko nila nga naay mga mga discrepancies and mga not normal activities or procedures, no? They're not following the normal procedures. They moro gi-bypass nila ba ang system. Luckily ako, I'm not a lawyer, pero because of my case nakatuon jud ko sa mga law na to. Oo, syempre napo ko lawyer, no?
Yeah.
Na and in fact at the beginning I'm not willing to hire a lawyer kay di ko ka-afford oy. I mean, no kanang I'm a mother, ni stop na baya og support po si Francis, no, para sa mga bata. It's his first reaction, you know, nga naman para magipit ko financially.
Yeah.
Pero okay, survive gihapon ko. Finally, nag-introduce na ako ang lawyer. It was too late na gani nga nakakuha ko og lawyer because I thought I could convince Francis, please Francis, let's stop this. I mean, unsa may ato ang mawin ani ang mga bata mas stress lang, you know?
Yeah.
So kanang wala man gud siya mamati, patuloy paghihapon ihang kuan. So din makita pud nako ngadto nga ga-connect na sila og mga staff diri sa Istanbul working in the embassy. And pinaka-weird sa tanan is on a Sunday, which is not an official day, gitawagan ko nila sa embassy sa Istanbul.
Okay.
Kay paatuon kuno ko nila sa
Philippine
office.
Embassy.
Yeah. I know that the Philippine embassy, even the car, it's a diplomat of the ambassador or, you know, it is a Philippine jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Even if you are in a foreign land.
In a
Their
foreign
office is that's Philippine jurisdiction.
Yeah.
That's international
They
law.
can arrest you.
Yeah,
anytime,
yeah. And then at that time I was so naive, you know, but I'm still believing in good. Nga ako ma-convince si Francis. Nga, syempre ako we have to hide, we have to run. Kaya dili man siya mamati na ako. Kung iya lang ko gi-inform, Sheena, we are coming to Istanbul. If gi-warning nga siya nako, please inform me if muari ka sa Istanbul. If he said yes, and he informed me, magpakita jud ko niya, like magstorya good me. Pero him na telling me na coming na siya sa Istanbul, makita man ako sa iPad, sa
Yeah.
history, lahang mga issuances of visas nga gi-expedite man sad gani pudto, no? Na despite sa long queue sa atong COVID. Meaning ba, sa atong system ba, sa Pilipinas, kaya ra jud ni buhaton ning tanan. Okay, we are not naive, no? Nga this exists in anywhere in the world, you know, but it is still something when you actually witness it and you experience it yourself, iba pa rin talaga ka imuhang ma-feel. Okay. And then at a certain moment, I figured out, I discovered as well nga na ni check-in sa among compound military attaché na hadlok na sad ko nga nung in the middle of the nowhere sa area sa Istanbul dito magpuyo ang military attaché nga wala may opisina nga to kalayo kaayos tanan. Yeah. Sa ang ilahang official ang embassy kay naaman sa Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, pero naa sila consulate office sa Istanbul pod bag-o ra sad na, no, recently. And then syempre makita nako ang mga pictures sa iyang gikuyog sa Istanbul, ilahang gi-contact. So ang iyang mga notes pod, no, nakapagani siya yung notes ngadto nga kanaang they know already asa nag-school ang mga bata, they threaten to kill. Kinsa may dili malisang anak be, ha? Nga kanaang makabasa kang i-threaten na day to kill ang akong mga anak. Can you imagine that?
So itong military attaché from the Philippines, you think ito ay kinasabwat ni Lisa Marcos at ni Francis? Kasi hindi naman niya magagawa yon kung walang pakipagsabuatan sa powerful, right?
Of course, kay dili man politiko si Francis. He's not working in the government. He's a private person, a businessman too. But he is not a politician. He's not working in the government. But of course, when money talk, everybody listen. Mo ba na yung motto? Okay?
Yeah. So fast forward tayo. Gusto ko tumutok dun sa extraction.
Yeah.
Yung ang term ko nga dyan is kinidnap.
Yeah.
Yung mga anak mo. So, pakikwento mo sa ating mga kababayan yung timeline ng extraction o pag-kidnap, pagdukot ng mga anak mo gamit ng mga fabricated crimes and documents na ginawa sa Pilipinas.
Yeah. So, after I sent a letter to Teddy Boy, I think Teddy Boy Locsin discusses to Lisa, no? Wa man siya na-reply na ko. That's why this military comes in. Kaya I can just imagine the instruction goes, fix this.
Yeah,
Kaya after ko magsandang email, kasi nalaman na nila na I know.
Yeah.
No, that I have the concrete evidence on that they are involved. No? So, I can imagine the instruction, fix this, okay?
Yes.
But I don't know how they will fix it. But for me, I believe ang parents niya sige man ako Ginoo because I have a very good faith, no, nga kanang I hope nga ma-change. I'm a Catholic pero kanang I'm not a strict Catholic, but I believe in faith. Sure. I believe in good. I remember June, that's my birth month.
June 2022.
2022.
Okay.
Nato sila Istanbul in the name of good faith, in the name of peace. Ingana. Okay. For me, exhausted na jud kaayo ko ato nga time. Na I've wasted also money na to pay lawyers, you know, and kanaang akong mga anak have to survive kay unsa na lang among day-to-day, right? At that time, wala pa ni-kick off ang business abroad. Kaya mao naman to akong plano moving forward. Kaya wala na ba yaga support si Francis, no? So, sige lang, okay. Laban pa gihapon, no? Karon niabot sila June, mag-draft kunuhay mi og agreement ni Francis, yes?
Okay.
Yeah, and then I remember we even checked in Sofitel, no, with the kids. Okay?
Agreement?
Kanang as parents, you know?
Okay.
Murag parental agreement ba nga i-stop na ang mga kaso-kaso, etc. etc. Okay. But not knowing, they have already big plans. Now, what happened is that we agreed in a way, nag-draft na ko, I wrote it even, no, handwriting. Ang iyang lawyer, naghuwat na kunuhay sa embassy. Nag-agree me the next day, that's 21 of June, I think that's June, Monday, yeah? Yeah. 21 of June or 20, that's Monday. Yeah, Monday, nga, among meeting sa embassy would be, sa consulate is 1:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
When we woke up in the morning, luckily akong mga anak slept with me in one room, right? All of them, the three of them. Karon, when I woke up 9 a.m., I received a message from my caretaker sa balay. No? And saying the letter is about warrant of arrest.
Okay.
Na-shock jud ko kung nganong na ako'y warrant of arrest. It was about the fabricated crime. All the while from April, May, I think they did that after.
Hold ko lang mga palangga. So, magaling talaga si Lisa Tanas mag-fabricate ng crime para yung mga taong sasagabal sa kanang illegal business, sa mga pagnanakaw nila ay makadadampot nila o magugurgur o matatakot nila. So the same thing with me, nag-fabricate sila ng address, nag-fabricate sila ng crime, kaya mayroon pinagmamalaki ang NBI na 2 warrant of arrest. Kaya kapalaran ni Sheena at saka sa akin, pareho. Tuloy
After election na, when they
After
won.
election.
And then maybe nag-antedate pa siguro na sila, no, para lang ma-complete ang story. Nag-fabricate sila nga, nag-hire ko og 4 people, no? Okay. It is a large scale because it's more than 3 people, okay? So
Yeah.
it's a large scale illegal recruitment. Kaya nga no, according to their story, nag-hire daw ko with these 4 people, 2017. I promised them a job, but in fact, I do not have the license to hire them. Number one, in fact, it's not my business. Now, and that I took down 20,000 each of them. And these 4, kunwari, they filed a complaint in 2022. Yeah, April, 20,000 pesos. They filed a complaint in
So, kung pinalabas nila, nag-collect ka ng
money
20,000 pesos
each of them.
sa 4 na
Down payment.
nirecruit
Yes,
mo.
yeah, kunwari.
Kunwari.
But
But you don't know these people at all.
Not at all.
Mm.
So what I did, no, when I learned that, this is, of course, clearly it's fabricated. So abort the mission, abort the agreement. I really said there's no agreement. It's impossible na magkita mi sa embassy, mag-sign ko. So what's their planning is I would agree to go to embassy. If I did not receive that file paper sent by my caretaker before, then wala na.
I-arrest ka nila.
Di-arrest na ko nila. Ay na-deport ako sa Pilipinas.
Oo.
Yes, because Philippine Embassy or Consulate Office is a Philippine jurisdiction. No matter what, walay mabuhat ang country where you reside or you live. So anyhow, so wala na, giprangkahan ako immediately. Si Francis, yung parents po naman nga to, kuy ba niya yung parents, kaya mo may maggamit-gamit ako, ginoo.
Yeah.
Ginoo siya na, ginoo siya na, kaya okay, kitiguang na ba sila mo, believe ko nila, no? Yeah, so, kanang, I can imagine, they are also threatened maybe. Yeah. But, so, wala na nahitabo, wala po niya to sa embassy. I immediately called my friends, please save my 3 children because my eldest son went shopping with the parents of Francis man. No? So ang tulo ka bata naman ako, so I called immediately my friends to keep safe my children. Kaya ako, gusto na ako, prangkahan na ako sila. And I held it in the lobby sa Sofitel, kaya gusto ko in public, kaya something might happen to me, at least there are cameras. Yes? Yeah. So, giprangkahan ako sila, and they were so stressed. Francis was so stressed because I learned, I figured it out. So for me it was a divine intervention. Yeah, it was a divine intervention. Even for me, discovering the iPad, it was a divine intervention as well. How would I know? How could I know? How could we know, my kids, that the Apple ID was not signed out all the while for years? So, okay, dito na-start, na-loka si Francis. Kaya nga nung I know every single detail. Kaya ako man siyang sendan og message filler ba like this and that. Pero dili wala ko nitukan at the beginning first because
Yeah.
I want him to stop. But anyway, actually he nagduda na siya.
Na may alam
Because
ka, oo.
because at the end of February he cut it. He changed the
Change the
password.
password, yeah.
So from then on, we could not see na the rest.
So, hindi natuloy yung agreement.
Mm.
Then, nalaman mo na may warrant of arrest ka.
Mhm.
So, kailan, anong date, yung inabduct na nila yung mga bata? Ano yung
Yeah.
strategy na ginawa nila
Yes.
para makuha yung mga bata?
First,
Dalawang bata.
syempre, may warrant of arrest ako, di ba?
Mm-mm.
We had every summer we go to other countries with my kids, mag-holidays mi ba? Bakasyon. So, July, we had a trip to Cyprus.
Okay. July
Yeah.
2022.
July 2022, Northern Cyprus. That's a Turkish Republic of Turkey, the northern part of Cyprus.
Okay.
They stopped me. The police stopped me.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sa
why?
immigration?
Sa immigration.
Okay.
We're heading.
Kasama mo yung mga bata?
Yeah, together
Okay.
with my kids.
Okay.
Because they want me to sign a paper, and I said to them, I will never sign a paper that I never understood what I'm signing for.
Yeah.
So I translated the paper, and it's about Interpol.
Okay.
I was in Interpol already.
So, pina-Interpol ka nila?
Yeah, pina-Interpol nila ako.
Okay.
No? Yeah, it's tagged. No?
Tinag ka? oh.
Yeah, and then so it's only information, not to know where my whereabouts. No,
Okay.
so I was like, my God, so they would know where I'm going, so they could even access where I stayed, any hotels.
Yeah.
Yes, they had. Yeah, they managed to get into the system and see where my whereabouts. Yeah, through the Interpol, of course, they would know which country. So, ma-follow ko nila every time. And I know when we went to the hotel in Northern Cyprus, I saw a guy as well there. I know.
Ah.
They have been following me. So, it was really threatening. And when I get back from the holidays, kami na mga bata, my children witness me, oy, naghilak jud ko maayo because it's really humiliating, because they treat you as you are a criminal, but knowing the fact that they fabricated a crime to you, humiliated you with a crime that you never committed.
Yeah.
And the people, in fact, the police are just doing their job. Yeah, the papers that they received from Philippine government that in fact it was the Philippine government that issued it, meaning they have to honor it,
It's
right?
a legitimate official document.
Yes.
But it was fabricated.
Yes, fabricated.
Because of the influence
Yes.
of Lisa Marcos in favor of Francis, right?
Yeah, it's only Francis will get the benefits out of it.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Why who else? Yes. So tawag ito, so gahilak jud ko maayo ato, and while we were waiting, they forced me to give them our hotel address. Yeah, yung mahadlok man ko, I don't want to give them our destination because then I know that they managed to get into the system na. They could see where I go. No, nahadlok ko baka i-follow na sad mi ba. So I don't have a choice. But finally, when we get out from the luggage, we took our baggage na sa arrival area. Naghila ko while walking. I was chilling to sit for a while because I have to cry this out because it was really humiliating. It was really so, kanang heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Nya akong mga anak, they witness this, they see you this, and normally you as a parent, you don't want to show to your kids your vulnerability that you cried because this will affect them psychologically as well, diba?
Yeah.
So then we noticed people, men. I recorded that as well. Katong gi-follow me sa airport sa Izmir, I remember.
Okay.
Na gi-record sa nanako ang mga ga-follow nako. I-follow me ko. So we have to change cars from one point to another point just to break the destination. So I have to book another hotel again. So we did not went to the original hotel we had because I gave the address already. So I have to book a new one. So with my 4 kids, bit na ko akong mga anak ato. My youngest son was only at the time 7, 8 years old. Can you imagine that? Niya ang 9 and 10, and then 12. So,
So, itong mga bata, okay, anong date
sila, di ba may pinlay akong video, actually that was
Yeah,
video
yeah,
and
yeah,
audio,
yeah.
na umiiyak,
That was
nasa police station kayo.
Sa August. Yeah.
Anong date to at anong nangyari doon para maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan?
Actually, August 2022, gaplano na ako mag-apply og asylum.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, normally na mi flight ato to Belgium, mag-apply kog asylum. Yeah. But for some reason, I think nabawaan nila to Turkish Airlines. And then, I don't know for some reason why they could see this. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, they, of course, they attached the paper of warrant of arrest, no? And that they accused me that I kidnapped my children, my own children. By the way, in the Philippine law, sa katulang mga tao nga wala nakahibalo fully sa atong Philippine law under the article, I forgot the article number, I will mention it later in my book, that if you're a single mother, never married, not legally married, you have the sole parental authority and custody to your minor children.
Ikaw ang may karapatan sa mga anak mo.
Bilang ina, if you're a single mom, if you're not legally married, yes.
Nasa
Kasi
iyo
minor,
ng custody,
nasa ina
yeah.
talaga yan, minor. Even nga, kahit yung mag-asawa na nga di ba? Sa ina naman talaga yan, no? Pero ang inaano ko lang talaga, bakit ba hindi naisip nila, o inisip ni Francis na, giharas ko nila kaayo, pero ang mga bata, sad, kay kuyog man kami upat, magtago we have to hire, I have to move apartment from one apartment to another apartment with my 4 children. We have to leave midnight. If you watch the movie, Not Without My Daughter, similar ang pangitabo sa mua, kana nga movie.
So, yeah. So, I think, kaya nila ginagawa to sa'yo dahil maaring marami kang alam through that iPad, right?
The information in the iPad.
Yeah. The information in the iPad. Kaya gusto kang i-abduct kasama yung mga bata. Do you think kaya gusto ka nilang i-abduct para gurgurin ka or what? Dahil marami kang alam?
Yes. You know, okay, I'll come to that. August 2022, they came. Last third week of August, they came. Francie, mga lawyers muna, police, okay, the police are just doing their job, okay, the Turkish police.
Yeah, that's for
they're
sure.
just doing their job. They were just implementing because there is the
what
influence.
The Philippine government is feeding them.
Yes. So, ang giingon mo to, I kidnapped my children, and that na ako'y warrant of arrest. I'm a criminal. Yes, that's a fabricated crime. So, in a way, ang police, endanger ang mga bata kay their mother is a criminal, you know?
Yeah.
Mao na ang naasa sa isip sa mga police at the time.
Yeah.
So, but I fought with it. They did not expect na may fight ko. Ang akong mga anak, ilapago kong gilure. And you know what? Allegedly, the car of the embassy was there outside of the police station. Okay.
The official
car
okay.
Of the embassy na nasa gawas ready to take the children. Okay. Now kanang ni fight man ko ang akong mga anak ni resist man sad pod, no, but okay, what are the strength of my children? Okay, so gi-force jud mi og kana ang hiwalay ba Tagalog gi-force jud ang gilure ko nila. First they have to move me to another station kuno ing ana, but my children were left alone
sa kabilang police
station. Kabilang police station.
Yun yung video na audio na pinarinig ko sa kanila. But anyway, i-play natin yan.
Yeah, later, yes. Pero kanang, it was very heartbreaking to my children, of course, psychologically too, emotionally and mentally. But then, ni fight ko, you know, they took my little boys, you know, why? Kaya nato sila sa dormitory. My kids finally were put in a dormitory.
2 boys?
All of them, the 3.
All of them, okay.
Yeah. Only my daughter resist. Akong anak, palaban din ang akong anak na babae. All 3 of them, naa sila sa dormitory. Of course, gahilak. Wala ako. Gahilak ko. Kaya mo sa man ilatawon lang pillows, ilahang sanina, toiletries, etc. etc. And then si Francis, on the way na siya to Istanbul to pick up the kids as well together.
Okay.
Galing lang, ning niabot siya, gilure nilang akong 2 boys nga ang mga staff po, ang iyang lawyer in fact ni Francis diha sa Istanbul before, giingnan niya nga, you will meet your mom after, you will meet, first thing sila nga, which one would you prefer, to sleep here at the dormitory, which is not nice, or sa hotel with your dad? Pero you will meet your mom after. Mao nang ilang gisulti sa akong 2 little boys. They stopped from speaking in behalf of her brothers. Nasuko kay si, don't believe them, they're luring you. Mo na ang statement is very very strong ang iyang stance po because she understand already. Kabalo na oy. Yeah, she was 11 at the time na.
Yeah.
So kabalo na kayo akong mga anak. Of course, together kami, all of us saw this information from the iPad. Kaya na-shock me ko, how come you did not know that this was, nangutanam ako sa akong mga anak, wala din ninyo nabawaan nga, this was still the account of your father, ingan na.
Yeah.
So, syempre, kami ba together, so mabawaan good sa akong mga anak, they know everything. Karon,
Ayan yung inabdak na yung mga bata.
akong girl refused man to go ni.
Wait.
Baby, nag-away na dyan.
Si Sheena yung umiiyak? Okay.
I could not do anything about it. Why Francis has to do this so much? Is it Francis or the illegal?
Ama sabırlı olmanız gerekiyor. Sizin için mücadele edeceğiz. Demesi lazım.
It's a hospital, but sweetheart, you wait for me.
Öyle hissettim yani.
It's not enough. We're gonna be separated from mom. We can't see her. Mom, I'm not going there. I'm gonna tell the police.
Beraberiz ha. Yok beraberiz anladım.
What do you mean?
Bu defa bir dersin olmaz.
Tell me, how much the government can protect my children than I do? Anak, where are you, Anak? Are you in the police? Are you still there?
If police force give the phone, those phone after the dormitory, you can talk with them. After, if police force can take phone.
Okay. Shania, you keep the phone. My children are crying. What do you do? What are you doing?
Say them.
See if your battery is so that I'm gonna call you from time to time.
Please say them, be calm and keep your calm. It's important now, okay? Keep your calm. I can understand.
Hi, baby. Could you come? What did you say? Can I get the children tomorrow? Can we
Yarın
go?
alabilecek miyim ben çocuklarımı?
Bu işin zaten.
After here we will
Aşağıda konuşacağız.
Susan. Yes, madam. Okay.
Mom, please, no.
Wait.
Ano lang sa mama?
Sweetheart, could you come down for a while?
Where are you?
I'm in the other police station.
Hanımefendi de söyledi alabiliriz dedi ağlıyor diye bekledi.
Baby, I know. Please come down, sweetheart.
We have to give a statement.
Come down, Anna. Come
We have a
down.
lot of work to do, please.
Babasını toparlasın.
Keep calm.
Come down, Anna. Come down, sweetheart. I tried to.
Close the phone.
Don't cry, you still there?
Okay, I know. Close the phone, we will give this statement.
Sweetheart, out here. Anak, I'm gonna give a statement. I'll call you back, sweetie, baby. Don't be strong, sweetheart. You're the mother now. No, I'm gonna talk to them first. Wait, Anak, wait. Stop crying, sweetheart. Wait, baby. We will fight. Don't worry. Mommy will fight. Don't worry. Can you speak to Kuya Sean? You wait, Anak. You wait there.
Please, I'll call the police. Hold the phone.
You have to hide the phone.
No, close and
Shania, hide the...
after dormitory, she can call you. Please.
Wait, Anak, wait. I'm sorry. I'll call you back, Anak. I'll call you. I will do something. Don't worry. I'll do something. Don't worry.
And then after a month, finally,
Yeah, yan po yung ikakwento naman niya dyan. Ito yung kagagawa ni Lisa Tanas.
Francis has no choice but to sign a paper kay kunuhay gi-favor man siya kay I'm a criminal baya no ako. Abi sa Turkish government nga I'm a criminal and that I'm accused nga kidnap nako akong mga anak. But then kanang Francis has to sign nga i-release na lang gyud si Shania sa ako kay mo refuse man gyud si Shania. She would rather stay in the dormitory kaysa mo ato siya ni Francis. Yeah. Okay. Karon so na-release si Shania after a month from that. I was issued that I'm not guilty of kidnapping my own little children. Of course, it's obvious in the law. Also sa Turkey, I have the sole parental custody and authority of my minor children. Karon, ilan ang gitago maayo akong little boys. We never saw them for 5-6 months. No, in Turkey, we live in the same city, but they managed to hide them, which I don't have any clue. I asked already, I exert my efforts, please help me find my little boys, but I could not find my children. Yeah, ako at that time, I could not go out because I was so afraid what that kung saan niya mahitabo sa akong mga anak. I don't know where they are, if magawas na ko, no? Ganahan jud kaay ko magawas. But in fact, I contacted also some big NGOs in Turkey, and I shared my story that I need their help, you know. I presented also my case, all the evidences I got, and then I contacted also some personalities in the Philippines. Nga, please tabangi ko kay kanaang I'm a woman, I'm a mother, kanaang ako sa abroad and I can't do anything. I am so afraid, okay? In fact, ako nahadlok sa pugos, ako ang lawyer, get threatened sa ni for sure. Di magani ko mo share sa akong lawyer asa among location, never. Never. Di ko na siya makahibalo kahibalo ko. The first person nga akong na-contact with, ako lawyer, and ilan ng first person, pero ilahang duulon, hey, unsa may asaman status na siya na, unsa may plano, unsa ni kana. But anyhow, nga naman gud na ang game, no. I mean, we are not naive in that, no. Kabalutaan ning tanan. So, anyway, katong mag-renew nako sa among residency in September 2022, wala nila ko gi-refuse nila to renew our residency. Okay? And ko, tungod siguro ni because na ako sa Interpol. Pero gilaban gyapon na nako. Kaya na pa may fight sa court sa Turkey. Gi-fight yun na nako. And ko, no, I will apply for humanitarian visa. Yeah. Kanang, but, katong niadto na ko sa immigration to apply for humanitarian visa. They put me in prison. I don't know if this is coincidence. They put me in prison because the next day it's the hearing in Istanbul.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't manage to show up at the court hearing because they put me in prison. I was in jail. And at the time, you know, because I know my ex very well unsa ilahang pwedeng buhaton sa ako. I thought mamatay na ko sa prison, you know, sa jail. So what I did, or they could plan on my purse because, you know, you have to surrender your personal belongings, your your phones, etc. So I had to record the content of my bag, what's in it, before I went to the cell, to the jail. I-record na ko that these are the content of my bag, it's free of drugs, free of etc. etc. You know, in case lang na magplant sila ba.
Yeah.
Because I could only think worst because nahitabo, yes. So afterwards, so the next day after sa hearing, of course, gi-release sad ko nila. No? After sa hearing, gi-release ko nila, and we filed an appeal of the decision nga ipa-deport ko no ko.
Pa-deport ka. Anong buwan yun?
That was September 2022. October
Pero
na.
during that time, yung mga bata, wala na
Wala.
sa'yo.
Ang dalawa, oo, they hide it very well.
Sino-sino yung mga nag-abduct? Do you know? Sino-sino yung mga nag-abduct sa kanila?
Allegedly,
Nang-lure nila
yeah.
yung mga bata na, di ba, yung sabi mo nga kanina, gusto tinanong yung mga bata kung gusto nila sa dormitory or sa father nila, then later on, darating ka naman dun sa lugar na yon. Sino-sino yung mga yon?
The workers in the embassy.
Philippine Embassy,
Yeah. I was there. I saw them. They saw me too. In fact, they had a fight with my friend because they tried to picture or take a video of her.
Okay.
Because it's not allowed that you cannot take a picture or video of the person without asking permission.
Sure.
Yeah, she confronted him.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, he's bald, no? Anang kalbo ba? Upaw. Yeah. And I looked him up. Yeah, he works for the embassy.
So,
and, yeah.
yeah. So, aside from that video and text messages, ano pa yung mga nakita mo dun sa iPad na sa tingin mo, grabe yung kumbaga, tinake advantage o inabuso ng mga Marcos, like ni Lisa Marcos, yung ating, o yung sa atin, legal system sa Pilipinas para, magipit ka nila, maharas ka, ma-abduct yung mga anak mo.
It's very, very sad. Nga, you cannot rely on your government to help you, to protect you. Nga, you as a ordinary citizen, that kaya ra di ay nila mabend ang law. Well, in fact, I'm not surprised. Francis always say nga, you can always bend the law. Pero ako, believer manggod ko, good faith. Believer manggod ko o kanang sa niyoy agyapoy good ka. But maybe I'm too naive to believe that. But yeah, they could just say to the immigration, look this up. Even they look up my passports, my travel history, and my friends' travel history. They look them up. It's not their right to do that, And it was written sa notepad, di ba? Ang kada office naman yung notepad. Here, napagani footnote nga, integrity. There was an integrity, and I look it up. It's the Department of Immigration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, lahat, so naniniwala ka na based on those messages na nakita mo sa iPad, na si Lisa Marcos ay part talaga nitong pag-fabricate ng crime laban sa'yo na ginawa ni Francis, talagang nakakalungkot na yung Philippine government walang maitulong sa people like you. But sa halip, nakipagsabuatan pa.
Well, the goal is clear, really to have me back to Philippines, either being killed or put in prison with a crime that you never committed. Yeah, it's like a form of, it's a style, not just a revenge, but also to keep you silent, to intimidate you to not to talk in public. The thing is, I'm so tired and sick of this. They hurt my children. My lawyer, I remember my lawyer kept asking me, Sheena, where did you get the strength? And I said, do not ever underestimate the strength of a mother. Yeah. Ang iring nga, 'di ba? Yung hilaptan nimong mga kuting. Ang iring, 'di ba? Ang brason ganini ka anak hilaptan nimo.
Yeah.
Kita pa ba human being, no? Ako lang good nganong wala ko mahadlok because you know why? I really thought in Istanbul nga mamatay nako. I prepared all my will, I prepared na all my statements, I-prepare na nako po ang protection in case nga I won't make it on time nga maka-ask for protection nga mamatay nako. I want the world to know and my children to know as well the truth and na unsa nahitabo nako. And I submitted it to all my friends all over the world sa ako ang kaso. At that time po, dili pa ko ato convinced nga mag-file ko protection because I was hoping ba nga muatras gani sila ba nga kana okay
tumigil na sila.
tigil na sila ba, okay, we'll leave you in peace, Sheena. Mo dyan akong gihangyo ato ni Francis. I warned him, please don't do this, because I don't have any choice. I might, apply for, when you apply protection, you have to be all out, You have to be all out. You have to say everything, Yeah, because these are your attachments to prove, to defend your rights, And I remember katong napriso ko, na nakagawas ko, ana jud ko, i-fight jud din ako. Because dili kay pwede ra ni nila buhat-buhaton sa tao nga walang power sa government. Which normally, ang role, by the way, sa ato, ang government officials sa working in the government is to protect your sovereign people. Diba? Pero unsa may naitabo, okay, I can imagine dili lang ako mo'y biktima. I can imagine dili lang ako ang biktima. Why am I fighting this? To give the voice to people who has no courage or who are so afraid to give their voice, no? Nganong wala ko mahadlok because I'm not afraid of death. Yes. And the moment when you say that, okay, well, kung talagang inaong ko nila nga patyon ako nila, so what can I do no if that is really your fate? I always tell my kids, especially my son, kay ganahan siya maging presidente one day. But okay, as a child you can dream that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But I remember idol man na niya si Jose Rizal. Yeah. Ako siya darling, there's nothing like a hero. Ana jud ko niya. So and then mag-analyze ko haloy kaning nahitabo na ako ba ga-fight ko. In a way it's a risk of my life too.
Of course,
Yeah. But is it worth it?
So ngayon na in-out mo na right now sa ating mga kababayan na itong ginawa sa'yo ng iyong former or ex-partner ay influenced by Liza Marcos. Ano yung message mo sa government at kay Liza Marcos na bakit siya nakialam dito sa usaping domestic? Private.
In fact, I'm a victim of domestic violence. But okay, when speaking about domestic violence, it's not just like bugbog ka sa bahay or mukha kang nang talagang kawawa or what. But it's more than that. It's also psychological.
That's right.
Yes. They were hoping by doing that to me, I would go crazy. Sinabi ko yan sa ex ko na, you know what? Sorry to disappoint you, but you failed. To ruin my psychological health, to ruin my mental health, because it only makes me stronger. Because I have to fight the rights of my children. Ang akong mga anak gaasam jud nako ani. I know this is their wish, and if my children would tell me, "Mommy, don't fight for us," but as a woman and as a human being, I would fight for my rights.
So anong gusto mo sabihin kay Liza na nakialam siya dito sa usapin ninyong mag-partner?
Honestly, in 2022, mga around March, I've been wanting to message her as a human being, woman to woman and mother to mother. I was just only stopped because sabi ng lawyer ko, they might turn it around daw. Kasi for me kasi I'm so tired of this and I don't have the energy of doing this normally kasi I just want to live peace, normal, kasi wala man ko involved sa mga transactions sa government, no? But then I want to talk to her woman to woman and mother to mother that reflect this, nga the effects of these actions have cost lives, the future of the children, their psychological health. Sa ato kitang ordinary people, ibig sabihin ba, dili ta maka-assure nga safe ta sa atong country?
Yeah.
Kasi pwede ra di ay ta himuon og crime para mapriso ka and then patyon ka.
Yeah.
Maulang jud ni ang ako ang kuan ba nga. Sana ang mga lingkod diha ba sa government do your right, no? Do your your job,
Your duty to the
rights,
people, yeah.
duty to that what you have promised or
The mandate. Your mandate.
yeah, you took to serve for the sovereign people. Maura jud ni ang ako ang kuan. And please stop this na oy kay murag. And then after December 2022, we have to move houses. Yeah, have to rent 2 houses. One house is declared as official address to the government because
Yeah.
sanay naman napilit naman nila ang system po.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly they know my address, so can you imagine they sent 20 police at my home at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 police. It recorded sad na because there was a camera in the apartment.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they went there to get me. Yeah. Sometimes what if they are not real police? Nagpulis-pulisan lang.
Yeah.
Nag-uniform. Oo, nag-uniform. I mean, this is so crazy. And then, so luckily na ami ato sa pikas na balay. And then after ito pa nahitabo, by the way, so they hide my kids, no? My little boys. Doon ay hearing January 6. Nag-hearing January 6 to for the kids custody. But okay, normally ang Turkey is it's out of their jurisdiction, but okay, let's respect the system. Finally ang judge ni decide because there was a travel ban sa mga bata kay para dili sila magawas from Turkey, because if they're out of Turkey then it's difficult for me to bring them back or to retrieve them. So na travel ban, and then gilift sa judge ang travel ban. And I have not seen my kids before the hearing because he forbid me to see my little boys. Kasi syempre, they were asking the boys, etc. Gusto ko ng mga bata mo atog Pilipinas, but the fact is that's not the case. But finally, the judge said that ang temporary kuno nga custody the little boys kay Francis, but lift ang travel ban. For me, naapa ko'y fight ato, I could appeal the decision, but the moment nga gilift nila ang travel ban, tanawala kung dili pa na planado, it was 5 in the afternoon na sa Istanbul at that time. Wala na ba yung office? Saan ako pag-appeal sa decision? Friday afternoon, wala na yung office town, 5 in the afternoon. And the next day, Saturday, wala na. Fly ng mga bata.
So nag-fly na. Anong date yon?
That's January 7, I think. Nga ilang gi-fly ang akong mga anak.
January 7. After
January 7.
the travel ban. Nilipad na nila yung mga bata. So, anong year to? 2023
na, January.
January, okay.
The mere fact, the passports of my children are with me. Original.
Yes,
The original
nasa
passports
iyo.
of my little boys are with me.
So meaning,
how they managed to get the document, how they managed to do this and that, were in,
So bago pa sila pumunta sa Istanbul, meron ng passports.
In fact,
ng
nana
mga
sa
bata na pinagawa nila.
In fact, nana sa notes ni Francis.
Nabasa mo.
Yeah.
Doon sa iPad.
Yeah.
Ano sabi?
Nga kana ang bring in case of emergency ba to? O in case of something like that, emergency, bring the passports of the kids.
Sino sinasabihan niya?
Sa iyang notes.
Notes.
Yeah, notes niya.
Okay.
Sa iyang diary, kumbaga. So, naglumanay ko, I felt really hopeless, pero akong daughter, grabe kayo. Mommy, we have to find a very, very good lawyer. I have to change also a couple of times lawyer. Kaya kanaang they try to, you know how it is, maybe threatened or offer o kanaang kwarta, but okay, allegedly, but when I sense that, I end the contract and then find another lawyer again. Usahay
Yeah.
pa gani, it was like, kinsa naman lang ako matrust ni, oy,
Yeah,
I could not be a lawyer to myself because I'm not a lawyer, but okay, as a person, I could defend myself.
Mhm.
But it would be nice na a legal person that could advise me this and that. But yeah, but anyhow, so that was the reason nga kanang ni-fly me og Belgium to apply an asylum.
Kailan ka nag-fly ng Belgium?
11 na ng January 11? Yes, January 11.
No,
January
2023?
2023. Yes.
So meaning, nung inabduct na nila, naging successful sila na-extract nila yung mga bata.
Yeah.
That was what? January
7, 2023.
January 7.
Yeah.
So noong January 11, nag-fly ka na.
Oo, nang apply ng asylum kasi ginasundan na naman kanila, nalaman na nila yung aming, I call it safe house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nalaman nila, gisundan na naman kami, gi-record sa Putunako.
Mhm.
Yeah, gisundan na sad me, so we have to leave again midnight,
Grabe.
you know. Kanang bisag asa na lang ko mag-ask help sa mga drivers, ako makaila, please can I stay in your home kay kana ang yeah, pero I could not stay longer because I don't want also to endanger the people, you know.
Yeah.
So nag-decide na ko kung wala na jud ko choice, pero ni-attempt ko og apply protection sa Turkey, yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, but kanang galing lang, grabe ang influx of applicants in
Sa
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, because
That's why
nag Belgium
Kaya ka
kay
nag-Belgium.
kay our case is very urgent gyud. Kay ako kani next ani ako na jud ani kay nakuha na nila ako ang mga anak. Wala na ko'y kanang choice but to do that. But I warned Francis December 2022 and I sent him the copy of the video. Yes, katong video ni Lisa to warn him, please don't do this because you know when you apply an asylum you have to tell everything, all the truth, all the evidences you have. So I gave the iPad.
So you give the iPad to the
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to show the proof that these are true and then these are concrete evidences.
So ano pa yung mga nakalagay doon sa iPad? Aside from that, yung plan sa'yo, sa mga anak mo, meron ka pa bang pwedeng i-share na sa tingin mo na makakatulong na malaman ng mga Pilipino?
Sa next kuan na lang siguro nato
Sa next
no
vlog
sa
na.
next vlog na
Next
lang
vlog.
natin siguro or sa akong book maghimo sad po kog book gi write down nako tanan even to my dreams. And by the way, in meeting you before I have known or I didn't know Bojack TV whatever, you know, I dream about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh
paano?
my God. I remember in 23 November, was it? November or was
November
it? Yeah?
2023.
Yeah, November 2023, nag-vlog man ka, no? About the military, was that? The extraction.
The ISAF.
The ISAF and the video, the audio. December towards, it's in the mid-December towards Christmas na ganito.
Yeah.
Hindi pa, dili. Kay birthday to sa akong anak, December 12. Yeah. Akong amiga, gisendan ko niya nga kanang, Shina, na-expose naman mo. Nakulbaan ko, unsay expose in town, uy.
Yeah.
Unsa may expose in town, uy. Na-expose naman mo. Tanawa, gisendan ko niya og link. Ko, it's about you. Ko, hala, no? You know, I remember we're having a dinner. Nag-dinner mi sa akong mga anak. Nagilak jud ko kay na-reminded ko again, you know, nag-shake na sad ko kay you know kaning traumatic ba itong experience na mo, no? O di lang jud na ako ma-express in detail here kay kana ang isud kayo i-detail pa madugay ang atong interview. But anyway, just shake ko atong time ako mga anak pod. Kay all three of us were watching your video.
Yeah.
So how come they know? Giunsa na nila pagkasabot. And then so I was you know nahatagan ko og hope nga all the while dili lang ako ang nakabalo sa ako ang case na sa laing tao nakahibalo.
Yeah.
So mas natagaan ko og strength ba lauy kanang nahibaw-an na jud sa mga tao wala lang jud
Yeah.
Ako wala lang ko strength nga mo pagawas ato nga time ba kay ang akong duha ka anak, little boys, naa sa Pilipinas, and okay bao, I don't know, I don't wanna think about any thing bad will happen to them, but me as speaking in public, informing people that there is a Belgium nag-file na sad ko ana o complaint sa authorities nga femicide attempt sa ako kung may tabo na ako. Kung patyon ko
Lang
nila,
iba, kundi-
even in the form of accident, please,
Yes.
by all means, investigate. Kay kani ilan ning ginaplano tanan. Yeah, of course,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know. So, pati ako mga anak ko, ako po nang gi-appeal.
By the way, hanggang ngayon ba, may communication ka pa sa kanya?
I don't have a communication with Francis ever since, pero
Okay.
ang naami communication sa mga bata through the nannies.
Okay.
At the beginning, mang good, no? When we got in Belgium, I never told anybody good nga naabot namin sa Belgium, nag-apply may og asylum. Nobody
Okay.
knows. Even my lawyer didn't know.
Okay.
Because I could not trust anybody at that moment. Kay pwede man silang mo kinsa may na-contact ni Sheena, basi kabalo sila asa sa Sheena, etc. Pero actually, naibawan naman nila nga naami sa Belgium. Ahead of time, bisang nag-apply pa kog asylum, pero sige lang jud ko og deny.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
Nga wala mi sa Europe. Ana-ana na po ko wala mi sa Europe, no? Even sa Turkey, akong mga kaila sa Turkey, wala po sila kay balo nga nami sa Europe. All they know nga kanaang maybe sa Morocco, nami sa Morocco, yes?
yeah.
Pero sila gi-record sa puto nako naman puto ilang gisugo nga tao nga mag-apply na kuno sila og Schengen visa.
Visa.
Yung ko shocks na bawaan jud nila nga nako dire. Mo na yung ko at that time ba wala pa to amo ang results sa protection. Ako baan jud ko maayos tanan. And luckily in God's willing na release amo ang protection after 4 months. Yes.
4 months.
Yeah, after 4 months we had
May.
we have our protection. But all the while day ato nga time sila pud gabuhat-buhat na sad sila unsa pa ilahang buhaton nako sa Belgium. Nag-allege po sila allegedly nga naa ko no ko sa Belgium, but in fact kabalo na sila oy. Nabe sila contact sa mga airlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kanang so may bawaan matrace nila oy kung asa ka padunga. So so mga September I remember March 2024, September 2023,
2023, okay.
gi-interview na sad me, kay nag-claim na sad si Francis nga gikidnap kuno nako akong mga anak
Mga bata.
diri sa Belgium ga kuan siya nga allegedly kuno nga naa ko diriya, and also sa warrant of arrest.
Sinabi niya.
I would like to point out that I don't blame people who are involved in my case, especially for the nannies, for my friends that never helped me because they're afraid, to my family as well that were always afraid. Yeah, I have no communication at all. My father have blocked me already. And to the people, especially the military, I've heard, yes, that were asked to do these things because they just follow an order. I don't blame them, but I would ask your help if it would be nice to further protect us, to come forward. Yeah, that these are the truth and that this happened really during these operations, the extraction back in Turkey. And the people who have helped me, I thank them as well. That constantly give me prayers to people, their help that they can only give me prayer is very powerful, by the way, because after all this journey, I don't have any power in the government or influence or money, to spend for all these things, but their prayers is very powerful. For me, it was my weapon to survive.
Yeah.
The strong faith, believing in truth, believing in justice. I know I know there are still people, a lot of people that believes in this, only they're afraid. Now that we are all out, we are in this together, we fight for justice, we fight to help vulnerable people, I know you are not even probably aware that you hurt a vulnerable mother of 4 minor children, a woman who constantly hold on to life, but believing but believing on the strength that the truth is the true strength, yes, at the true power. So and also to the government of Belgium that believes in my story, that have seen the evidences I presented, believing in human rights, believing in truth, believing to protect my children as well, and a woman, as a woman. Thank you very much.
So, in addition, you feel safe here in Belgium so far?
Well, they always ask me this in Belgium, the people I met, I encountered. In fact, literally, legally, I feel safe, but I already filed my complaint and informed the authorities that I have the fear of femicide. Yeah, that if something bad happened to me, even in the form of accident and I get killed, etc., please investigate. And these are the people who are wanting. Yeah, I mean, these are I mentioned the people that would want this to happen, that would want to kill me.
Yeah.
So and also for my children, to protect my children. Of course, I don't have bodyguards here. I don't have. I mean, in Belgium, people here we live safe normally. Yes, but of course, yeah.
So, balikan ko lang yung mga bata, no? Ang two boys mo sa Pilipinas. When was the last time na nakausap mo sila?
Yeah, 5-6 months ago. Yeah. Normally we had a communication with the nanny. I know that the nannies were just doing their job. I can imagine they're also afraid. But I can't blame them. We spoke to the boys through them, but Francis kept pushing that he wanted to speak to Shania as well. But my daughter refused
to speak to her father?
To talk to him. And I asked the nanny, would you please respect the space that you have asked, kasi it's part of our healing. You have to respect that, because this is not a joke. Itong nangyari sa amin back in Istanbul, and we have to live in a safe house. We have to hide, we have to run, we have to ask protection, we have to be in a foreign land, we have to run. That's not easy for a child, and my children at the same time, kasi for me at the time, the education should not be compromised kahit we have crisis. So in-enroll ko sila in online UK school kasi I don't want them to stop. For me, education is a power, knowledge is a power. This will navigate you in life talaga. So because nag-refuse man, di-block niya. Wala na kami communication ng aking mga anak, little boys. But last time I heard, they are psychologically stressed, challenged. Yeah, they are hiring now a life coach. I can imagine the life coach was also challenged. Yes, there is doing his job as well, which to guide the emotions of my little boys. But I don't think they will ever forget those journey.
I know, it's really hard for them.
And constantly, that's constant every single day. Kasi mga anak ko, mga mama's boys, sila, mama's boys, mama's girl, kana akong mga anak. So it was the very first time, and now it's years that we are away, since 2022. Well, hindi na kami magkasama. Now we are talking 2025 now.
Yeah.
But I still,
3 years na.
I still fight. I continue to fight for their rights, yung mga anak ko, and sa akin din as a woman and as a human. I know they will try to be creative, to suppress me and harass me again, but I don't give up, because I don't believe they're telling me that, Sheena, they are still in power, this and that. And I said, no, there is nothing like above powerful than our God. And I believe in that.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Kaya pag sinasabi ng mga tao, they are still in power, hindi ako naniniwala. Yung mga faith nila sa Ginoo,
Yeah.
I find it really hipokrito. Yeah.
Anong message mo sa gobyerno? Sa gobyerno ba? Dahil they're part of it eh. At kay Lisa Marcos. Dahil sa pakipag-connives niya dito.
I do not know if there is still a human in your heart reflecting sa nangyari sa amin ng mga bata bilang ina, bilang citizen ng Pilipinas. Sana lahat ng mga nakaupo sa ating gobyerno, no, mag-isip, think twice. Sabi ko, okay, siyempre, no, sa mga projects, sa mga politika, away-away man yung competition, di ba, no? Pero wag naman sana gawin yan sa mga vulnerable people na wala man lang kalaban-laban, you know? Ang laban ko lang talaga ay katotohanan at yung justice. At me bilang ina, I'm very strong at that. Yeah. I'm really fighting for my children. Sabi ko nga sa parents ko, kahit ikamatay ko pa to fight my children, I would do that. And my children will know this. And that I'm hoping that they will also continue doing that but during their time na talagang to fight for their rights and what is good and just. Yeah. So, I'm saying this, I remember Francis, magsulti na siya sa ako na, you're too righteous. Nga na. Sabi ko, it's not about that. I think it's ethics, no? O kanang, decency, okay, sa imuhang principles. Kaya ako, maniwala man ko, tuog yapon ko sa good and faith.
So, anong gusto mong malaman ng taong bayan, ng Pilipino, dito sa harassment na ginawa sa'yo in connivance nga with the government? Ano yung panawagan mo sa kanila? Kasi I believe hindi lang to sa'yo nangyayari. Sa akin nangyayari din. So, but let's talk about your case. So, anong gusto mong maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan?
Alam mo, nag-contemplate ko ba na I always tell my son that there's nothing like a hero. Pero in fact, you know, I'm not claiming we are a hero. No, it's not about it. Pero kana ganing you are fighting for your right. For me, please fight for your rights. It is your right. Life is a gift, and it's not given not just from your parents, but from our God. Yeah, I always say life is a gift. You nurture it, you know, and then fight for it. I know it's very easy to say this, even for me, kasi di sa pagkukatuo nga nakasurvive ko ani. But it's a constant battle, yes. But really hold on to your faith and do not be afraid, because fear, the moment you feel fear, if you are scared, takot ka, then you are imprisoned to it. You're in fact in jail. When you feel afraid, kung takot ka lagi. I'm not saying this na hindi ko na-experience yan. Na-experience ko yan. Natakot ako. Nginig ako, you know? Kasi baka dito ganyan, papatayin nila ako dito, ganyan. Really, wag kayong matakot.
Yeah.
Kasi marami tayo.
I know it's really sad, journey for you. As a mother, nararamdaman kita. Ano yung message mo sa mga anak mo, sa 2 boys mo na years na hindi mo sila nakapili?
I'm gonna say this in English because they could not fully understand Tagalog. Sweetheart, I always call them my heart. I know you long for mommy. I long for your hugs too. I long for your touch, and I know you always want to sleep with mommy and feel mommy. I Remember those moments that we had fun? We were never separated. We traveled together. But don't give up, sweetheart. I want you to know that Mommy is fighting, as you asked me before. Mommy, remember when we spoke on the phone, you said to me, Mommy, you will never give up, right? Mommy, you will never give up, right? I don't give up, sweetheart. I would like you to know, Shania and Sean knows this. Mommy will never give up. We will be together again. Please hang on and hold on, okay? Sweetheart, Mommy is okay here. We miss you constantly. We think of you constantly. We really pray that one day we will be together again. Yeah. Please don't give up. Have hope and faith. Mommy is constantly fighting for you, for us to be together again, okay? And I keep myself alive. We continue our life here while we are still fighting for you guys, okay? I can't wait to see you again and hug and kiss you, my love. Be very good in school, okay? I love you, sweetie.
Yeah. So, ano naman yung message mo kay Francis, yung father ng mga anak mo?
Francis, I wanted to forgive you because I wanted to give a very positive energy. I am still hoping you wake up one day to stop all these things. We didn't manage to communicate because of my safety and tricks you made. But I hope now you realize what's the true power. What is it that you wanted to win from this fight, which I never started, by the way. I become emotional because I've been wanting to tell you this. Please stop. The children are constantly hurting. I do my very best to show them my strength and my fight. But I hope you realize as a human, no. You come forward. I hope you set aside your ego and pride and think clearly for the kids that there is no winning in this. In fact, there is no winning. The only loss that can happen to kids, we constantly in stress of not because you are Francis or my ex, but so pray that you will come to your presence of mind as a human and realize all these things. It's not a shame to claim our mistakes. I had mistakes too. I'm not a perfect person, but I do my best as a mom to our kids. I pray for you because for me it's a form of strength that sending you this energy to stop all these things, and that despite for whatever it is that you have to forgive, and I would like to tell you that I forgive you too. I think it's the only way that I could cut these cords is to forgive you. But that doesn't mean if you do not stop,
I will also defend my rights and my children's rights. Okay?
Mga palangga, dinayo ko talaga si Sheena dito sa Belgium. Kasi gusto ko siya ma-meet in person at marinig yung story niya. Pasensya na medyo pause ako ngayon. I don't feel good, but kasi ang lamig dito, grabe. But thank you so much dahil binigyan mo ako ng time at nakilala kita. Mo, ayaw pakabog. Yeah, so, thank you so much.
No, thank you very much for fighting the vulnerable people, for fighting what is right and just. I'm really truly honored that you were taking my story seriously. You have not known me yet when you received this from a whistleblower, and you can just imagine how it is. And thank you so much for feeling that.
Stay strong, yeah.
Like you.
Yeah, stay strong.
It
Ako,
gives
thank
me
you.
strength knowing people that are also fighting, that they are not scared. I know there's a lot of us, a lot of out there. Don't be scared.
Yeah, thank you, Sheena. Once again, Miss Sheena Makapinig. Hindi na siya distressed mother ngayon. May pangalan na siya. Thank you again. Once again, thank you. So, see you next time, mga palangga.